What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the RPO College Football Podcast. I'm your host, Jerome Jones, and we're here with the man, the myth, the legend. You already know who he is, Mr. Ray Roberts. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, Jerome. How are you?
I'm good, man. Good, man. We got a lot to talk about because we got some upsets this weekend. It was crazy. So let's get right into it. If you guys don't know, this is the RPO College Football Podcast. We talk about college football all day, every day. We do touch on some other things, but college football is our main thing, obviously. And if you guys are in here, we got a couple of viewers right now. So if you're in here, we do live chat. So if you want to put a chat right in there, we do put it on our chat room. And tell us how we are. Tell us how you feel about some college football right now. So let's get right into it, right? Um, first and foremost, man. Clemson, bro. Clemson just edges Syracuse. I got the chance to watch that entire game. Syracuse was looking good at first, man. Ray, let me hear what was your initial thought on that game?
I think Syracuse is a good team, man. I think they have a good defense. When they can find a little balance in their game, they're a good team.
Yo, they're for real. If you guys were like wondering before, they're a real team. They're on an up and coming rise, I believe at least. That they are a solid team, a really good defense. Hanged in there for with Syracuse. I mean, Syracuse with Clemson for majority of that game, and they was winning at one point. They lost by 6 points. Obviously, it's Clemson's Clemson. They're going to Clemson. Especially if it's a lesser team like a Syracuse. But man, the fact that they were actually ranked. If you guys didn't know, but the fact that they had to take out DJ Ugalugale, I think, I'm still saying his name wrong. After all these years, still saying his name wrong. But the man had 2 interceptions. They actually had to bench him, Penn and Klubnik, and just to get them a spark. And it's crazy because Klubnik didn't do much. He only passed four times for 19 yards. But they had to take him out just to get a little spark, just to do something different, and they won. And we got our first chat. What's up, Remy? He says Syracuse is better than I thought. Yeah, man. People been sleeping on them, man. They're a solid team, man, especially with the defense. And they had it for a while until Clemson was like, all right, we gotta make some changes for real. Hey, what's up, my boy Avery? What's going on? Appreciate you being in here, man.
No.
What anything else you want to add to that, Ray?
Just said Ingole, that quarterback. I'm not saying his name either, to be honest with you, but he turned the ball over, man, and that's the one thing you cannot do. Yeah. So it happens.
Yeah, the running game did well for them after a while. Shipley was just going crazy. 27 attempts, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Honestly, and even Maffa, 91 yards, 4 yards, and a touchdown. Their backup running back. They had to really put it on the ground, and Clemson, like I said, Clemson got some dogs over there. They had to do what they had to do, but at the same time, it's just like, man, y'all, Clemson is Clemsoning, and yeah, they're a top 5 team right now. They're 8-0. They're undefeated, but there have been some close teams right now. I mean, close wins right now. Go ahead, Ray.
Well, I think we saw that Syracuse's defense is good.
Yeah.
And their defensive back is very good. And if you make mistakes, you can turn the ball over against anybody.
Yeah. Clemson's Achilles heel will be their quarterback, unfortunately. I agree. And I've been saying this since they actually got Klubnik in camp and seeing how he's been playing. Klubnik might be the answer, and it might not just be because Klubnik's better right now. Because honestly, I don't even think Klubnik's better than DJ at this point. I do like Klubnik a lot. I think he does have a lot of potential, but I think it's more of like when Klubnik's in the game, they change up their offense. When DJ's in the game, it just they don't play like the same. They don't call the same kind of plays. They, rely heavily on the run when DJ is not in the game. So
I just think that Klubnik is a little bit more athletic, helps out the run game a little bit, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, yeah.
he just haven't developed in the quarterback day, and everyone hoped. I agree, right? Remy, I said this a few years ago. I had DJ in the running to be Heisman after after Trevor Lawrence got drafted. I had him in the Heisman running, and since then it's just not been great. I do think DJ's probably going to start the rest of the year. I don't think Klubnik's earned enough to, start yet. I think he's just gonna just run out with DJ and then have it like a true quarterback competition in the offseason. But I don't. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and it's not only just it's not only just the offense though, because like again, with the defense been so up and down too. Like they had to get, and I do like the fact that Sweeney did the move because it really lit a fire on everybody. Like, dude, like anybody can be benched right now. You get what I'm saying? So, and everybody started playing better. Even the defense started playing better. Syracuse really couldn't do much in the second quarter. Sorry, second half. Actually, they did absolutely nothing. Syracuse was up 21-10 at halftime, and didn't do nothing after that. And then Clemson um, had a 17-point run after that in the fourth quarter. Um, any final words on this, Ray?
I think Clemson's offensive line is still not that good. I think that's really hurting them. So
Yeah, I agree. And when your offensive line's not good, what's the one thing you need to do?
if you can run the ball, man,
Exactly.
run the
Exactly.
ball. I mean, you think like, yeah, it's hard to run the ball if your offensive line is. It's a little easier to run block than pass protect.
Definitely. What's going
Yeah.
on, Don? Thank you for saying that. Appreciate you being here, Don. Um, so yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It's not a good look for the offensive line that is like trying to do better for them. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely, for sure. Don says, I've been missing y'all show. Yeah, man, where you been at, dude? We've been looking for you, Don, and you haven't been here, man. But it's all good. You're here now, and that's all that matters, man.
I think we threw him off that one week we were on Friday.
Yeah, we had a
In a couple weeks since we seen him after that. So
yeah, yeah. If we were off one Wednesday, we had it on the Friday instead of a Wednesday. So yeah, we
yep.
probably threw you off, Don. But yeah, definitely, man. We've been on. So if you ever want to go back and watch some of our old shows, that'd be great too. Appreciate you, Don. Man, you remember one, dog. We do appreciate you being in here every week. All right, let's get to a couple of other games. This one I want to talk about, man. Duke, man. Duke crushed the spirit out of Miami, man. Like Miami was that team that we all thought was going to take that turn. Got the new coach. It was looking good in the beginning. Duke took the spirit out of Miami. I mean, 45-21, a team that we all had high hopes for. And don't get me wrong, Miami is not playing that well, but you lose like that to a Duke team. I mean, no offense to anybody and Duke players or school or whatever, but woo, that was bad. I have a question about Thursday's game. Um, the Illinois game. My team is playing Southern Miss. I would like y'all input. Yeah, Dom, we'll definitely get to that in a second. We'll get to that when we get to the next game for sure. He says Duke offense is the truth. Yeah, they. I don't want to say they're the truth, but Miami made them look really good, at least really good. He also says I don't like Miami head coach. He didn't do the good. His last, he didn't do that good. Sorry. I thought that was a duh. It's that he didn't do that good. His last few years at Oregon. Um, Oregon been kind of on a real bit rebuild kind of mode. So everybody just kind of looked at the potential, the offensive mind that he was, and they Miami got him. A lot of people were very excited about him. And don't get me wrong, Miami's kind of on that same tier. Like you can't don't write him off also because it's only 1 year, and when you get a new head coach in, you gotta get your new recruits and stuff coming in, things like that. I'm just fearful that some of these recruits are going to start decommitting because honestly, right, I seen a picture of the recruits at the game, and they was literally on their phone looking super bored. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, Miami's quarterback turned the ball over 3 times,
Yeah.
3 interceptions. 2 of them were really bad interceptions inside their own 50. So, I mean, things can steamroll on you when you do that. So, it
Oh
happens.
no, definitely, definitely. What happened to Van Dyke? Did he get injured or he just got benched?
He was benched. I don't
No, it was an injury. It was an injury, shoulder injury. I just read it. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Van Dyke got injured. That didn't help the case, obviously. But even with a player, even with a player getting injured, you have to still go out and perform. And dude, if your quarterback's, like we said before, your quarterback's suffering, run the ball a little bit more. I mean, it
He
didn't look
just
like they tried to run that much,
he
honestly.
has not played that well anyway. So,
Van Dyke, yeah, he hasn't been.
not as
No,
well as we thought he was going to.
no, and I agree. I agree. Yeah, for sure. So
I mean,
that
people were
is,
talking about him being an early pick, maybe
yeah.
next year after. I'm not seeing that right now. I see he's very inconsistent right now, so we'll see.
Definitely. No,
He
I agree.
definitely has upside because of his size and his arm talent, but
Yep.
he's definitely been inconsistent this year. So
I will say this. We got to be careful with that though. We do this a lot with quarterbacks that show flash and the fact that they got the size and they look the part. We got to be very careful with that sometimes because we as fans, and I'm not pointing at anybody specifically, but we as fans as a whole, either that's college, NFL, whatever, we look at size. Sometimes we even look at speed. We look at the physical attributes, and if a player sparks like a little bit, we kind of go to like, oh, that's so good, And I'll use Blake Bortles as a example all the time. The guy was a third overall pick, I think. Had the size, he actually had a pretty good arm, but he wasn't a good quarterback. And we tend to do that a lot with our especially with quarterbacks, but with players in general.
number one thing is you got to read defenses, and he does not do that. So we're
That's
didn't.
it. You're right. Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%. So I mean, it's always great to look at potential, what a person could do, but we just gotta be careful with like pinning the crown on players so early, because there's so many factors that go into it as
Yeah,
well.
look at, we talked about the Clemson quarterback Igulegi.
Yep.
He looked like he was going to be really good his first
Oh
couple
yeah.
starts playing for
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, and then just not that good.
Yeah.
He's not right now. He's not looking that good.
And we was looking at size and all that. We gotta be very careful. Like I'm a victim of myself. You see, like I just said, thought he was gonna be in the Heisman race 2 years ago. So
I mean, I will always take the bigger guy over the smaller guy. I'm not going to lie. I do.
yeah, we always get drawn to that.
I mean, plus you got to remember also the quarterback position is different now.
Oh
You
yeah,
can't hit guys the way you used to. So
yeah,
size is not as important as it
that's
used
true.
to be. It used to be you needed a big sturdy guy because they were going to get hit a lot. But now, I mean, if you sneeze on Tom Brady, they call a penalty on you.
Oh
So
geez, let's just not even get into that. We had our race rant last week, and that was definitely a topic of discussion in
it
that.
was ridiculous, man. Like you can't like the NFL is oh my god, what a bad product right now. Bad product.
Oh yeah. All right. So with that being said, let's move on to our net. Well, he says, look at Josh Rosen. He's supposed to be the next big thing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen guys fizzle in the NFL, and we're gonna move on from this right after this because I want to keep talking about NFL. But do you see guys going to the NFL all the time that fizzle out? I don't think I've seen a guy not only just fizzle but not even get a chance like Rosen. Like that man, not only did he didn't fizzle out because he was actually not that good, even when he with the little chances he got, but the man didn't even get a chance. Like he got traded a week after I'm sorry, a year after he got drafted. That's insane. Yeah, and I'm not gonna comment on that, but
Agreed, Don. The NFL is a soft league right now, and it's not a very good product, to be honest with you. So,
Yeah, things are bad right now. But hey, man, still love it. Still football. So
I mean, of course, I'll take any football at any level, but I
yeah,
just think that the NFL, the product in general, I mean, I have this debate with people all the time about how parity is good for the NFL. You know what,
yeah,
man? It may be good for fans, but it's not good for good football.
yeah.
I mean,
I
I'll take
agree.
my era over any era, dude. I mean, I'd rather have 3 great teams than 20 mediocre ones that are going to all compete for a championship. But that's me.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's get to the rest of week 8. So let's talk about the LSU game, man. So as you already know, me and Ray does our picks, and now we'll reveal our picks right after we talk about some of these games. It wasn't a good week for either of us. Let's just say
It was
that.
not. It was a bad week.
It was
I am,
horrible.
I am having a bad year picking games in NFL and college, to be honest with you. So,
Oh, really? Yeah.
oh yeah, not good in the NFL either.
We'll get to this, but this is actually one of the games that you got right, Ray. I chose the opposition. You chose. If I'm not, hold on. Let me make sure. Oh,
United.
hold on. We both picked Ole Miss. I'm sorry. According to what I have here, at least. I think. Let me
Oh
see.
yeah, we both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
it was.
honestly, Ray, I think you might have changed your mind last minute because I could have sworn you did LSU as
It
well.
was one game. No, it was the Oregon UCLA game that we
Okay.
picked different that I won. You won
Gotcha.
the other two, but I won that one. So
Yeah. Man, I feel like you Dane this year are oh wow, Ray. That comment. Oh man.
they are really well. They're not really bad. They're just bad.
They're not high standard good. Just say that. LSU Tigers are on the road. Yeah, I mean, let's just give them their flowers, man. LSU been on the road lately, and then I know Ray, it hurts you to hear that, but yeah, they've been on fire the last couple of games. I mean, they start off very very slow, and I told you guys I did not trust LSU, um, but I think on like a 3-4 game winning streak right now. They're looking solid right now, and just to look at the rest of excuse me, just to look at the rest of their schedule. They got Alabama next. Ooh, that's hard. So they're on the bye this week. They got Alabama next, Arkansas, UAB, and Texas A&M. So they got some. They got 2 hard games coming up, but um, yeah, they on a 2 game streak. They did lose to Tennessee 3 weeks ago. So um, but yeah, Ray, what do you think about this game, man?
I don't. I think LSU played very well. Probably played their best game of the season, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The schedule is crap, though. So it is. It's crap.
Why? What made you say it's crap though?
They play 3 good teams so far.
Huh?
They play 3 good teams so far.
So far,
And
we still got Alabama, we still got Texas A&M,
well, they play 3 good teams so far.
Arkansas. They play Arkansas too.
Yeah, they'll probably lose to Arkansas. They'll probably lose. They'll definitely lose to Alabama. They're not going anywhere, so it's okay.
It sounds like a little hate a little bit over there, man.
I know. I love Brian Kelly. He's my guy.
um, Jimbo Fisher is a joke of a coach.
I won't call him a joke. I would call him a little bit of a baby, but I won't call him a joke.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I expected Ole Miss to have a better game. This was a pick'em game, so I get that. But man, LSU just pitted on them. And if I'm not mistaken, they pitted on them pretty early too. No, it was a close game actually. I
It
had time.
was.
Ole Miss had a 3-point lead, but LSU did not let them score in the second half at all. So, what's your take on our defense though? Because I know that was a topic of discussion
Their defense has been good. Their defense is good.
I think they're
LSU's
better.
defense is usually pretty good.
Yeah,
They're
they're
good
looking
this
better.
year.
They're looking better than they were for sure.
They are. Their defense is good. We'll see. I mean, I don't want to praise Alabama because they haven't played great football this year either. But
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think LSU is going to beat them. But that's fine.
So I mean, I just said their schedule, and I'll say it again: Alabama, Arkansas, UAB, and Texas A&M. Are you giving them any? I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure we both on an agreement with UAB, but the other three games, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas A&M, you think they can at least three losses in this
They
year?
can lose 3 of them 4 games without a doubt.
Mm. So they're going 7-5.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe 8-4.
Interesting. All
About
right.
right. That's about what Brian Kelly usually does. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
You
man.
know her. You know her more than anybody else. So
They beat Florida State. It was a close game. They beat Florida State. They played Southern in New Mexico. Okay, good for them. Yeah, man.
just hear it.
Are you waiting for me to give
Ray,
Brian Kelly out credit? Because I'm not going to. So,
and Ray, you sound like you want to say something so bad, but you like holding back.
I'm not going to say anything bad. I don't want to come off like sour grapes because I don't like Brian Kelly, but I don't like Brian Kelly.
Oh, Don thinks they're gonna win the last three. So all three of the games. So that's Arkansas, UAB, and Texas A&M. Hmm.
I'm kind of peculiar how Don got to be an LSU fan living up here, but that's okay.
Whoa, Ray.
I mean, I didn't know LSU fans lived up here, so
Is Don? Wait, is Don from up here?
I don't know that.
Oh, Don, where you from, man? Where you from? He said. Don said, "I love this." You just hear the anger in your voice when you talk about the LSU, dude. It's just funny.
I told you before. I hold grudges. I'm not going to deny.
Hey, at least he admits it. He's a man that admits his downfalls. So that's good, man. All right, let's get.
They do play that juggernaut in UAB, but please.
Say right, I'm Alabama, baby. I mean, I'm sorry, Alabama. Louisiana.
You live in Louisiana, Don? Well, if you do, props to you, man. I'm glad for that 8-4, 9-3 record. That'll probably be the best record you have in 10 years, but that's okay.
Ooh, harsh. All right, let's get to our next teams. UCLA versus Oregon. I actually picked UCLA in this game, and
you did.
Just like you, Ray, with Kelly, man. Brian Kelly, that is. My Kelly, Chip Kelly, I have an issue with him. I mean, I'm an Eagles fan through and through, and just thinking about Chip Kelly just give me cringe. I will say if we didn't have Chip Kelly, I don't think we would have never got that championship. At least in that year, honestly, just the turnaround that we did since we got rid of him. But
so what you're saying is because you got rid of that stink that was Chip Kelly, it set you up to be good after that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, he pretty much stripped your roster as much as he could, but
exactly,
they had no choice but to rebuild from the ground up, and they did a good job of it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But anyway, I gave in to Chip Kelly. I was like, man, he's doing some great stuff at TLA, and it wasn't that they looked horrible playing because they were scoring. That second quarter killed them though. 28 points allowed in that second quarter. At that point, you pretty much knew it was over. But Ray, one thing I gotta talk about, man, because me and you wasn't high on this guy and playing pretty well right now. And you know who I'm about to say. Bo Nix
Bo
Is
Nix
he
stink, hey,
is he
man.
real? Is he real, or is this just a product of the system, man?
This is his Memorex moment. That's all. He's not real. He's Memorex moment. He's just good enough to make you think he's good enough, and then as soon as he plays in a really big game, he'll go back to being Bo Nix.
I mean, this was as big as a guess for them, at least. I think.
And good for him. I'm really glad that he had a good game. Good for him. I'm glad.
Wonder who Oregon plays at next. But
Don't
yeah,
know.
and Don says, I remember Chip's offense in Oregon. It was nothing like. I mean, it was nothing like it. Yeah, I mean, Chip at Oregon, man, it was great, and obviously, Chip coming back to his origins at Oregon, and that's kind of weird to say like that, but yeah, man, it was a not it was again. I don't think UCLA played bad, except for that one quarter, and their defense just gave up so many points. And I believe it was a turnover in there too. Yeah, Thompson threw a pick, and that's where it all kind of like unraveled. But I mean, the man threw for 75% passing. Like Thompson, Dorian Thompson, I really like Dorian Thompson, Robinson. He's solid. He's a solid dude, but
The up tempo offense that Chip Kelly likes to run does not do your defense any favors, though.
that is definitely true. That is definitely true.
That's
And
the problem.
we seen that with the Eagles too. It was like defensive players did not like his offense because it was on the field so long and tired them out.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens though when you have a turnover. You're
Yep.
down by 2 scores. Now all of a sudden you're a bit down by 3, and then you're like, I'm not really feeling this game today, and then you kind of give up. And I think their defense just decided like we're not going to hold up in this game. So I mean, I don't have a problem with Chip Kelly. I think he's a very good offensive coach. I do think that when your defense is sucking wind, though, you need to just slow it down a little bit. That's all.
Yeah. What y'all think about TCU this year? TCU played well. TCU played well. I'm not.
They have.
All right, Don. Exactly what you said. I was gonna say. I just say that. Exactly what you said. I was gonna say nicer. They've been playing well, but not sold on them yet. That's exactly what I was gonna say. But with Oregon, their last few games is they play Cal next week. Well, this week rather. They play Colorado, Washington, Utah, and Oregon State. How do you think this outcome the last couple of games for them?
I think that Oregon will beat. I mean, sorry, Utah will beat them.
Yeah.
I think the game we have this week is a tough game.
Cal.
Cal's a good defense.
Good defense. Yeah. Good defense. Yeah. So
it is. I mean, it just depends. Like if you get up on Cal, their offense is not up to snuff. But if it's a close game, Cal will be right in there.
Definitely, I'm looking for a pen. Sorry. But yeah, I agree. All right, let's get to. Let's see. Do you want to get to one more game? Do we have time? Let's get to Rex. So Ray went 5-5 last week. I went 4-6. Horrible. We did bad. You know what it was, Ray? Don left us, man. He left us, and it's just been horrible, man. It's just been horrible. But so our current record is 68-52 to 66-54. Ray, you are in a 2-game lead right now over me. Yeah,
That's my record. That's a bad record, dude. 68.
Yeah, it is. It's getting bad. It was really good. It was like it was in the 60s to 40s, and all of a sudden it just creeped up on us. So.
Yeah, I'm really bad picking games this year. And you know what? I'm consistent though. I've been doing bad in the NFL too, so good for me.
Yeah, total badness. Yeah, man. We've been like I said, we've been good for a while, and I think the last like 3 weeks kind of like did us in because um actually let me
Yeah.
look at
Last week I was like a game over 500. The week
yep,
before that I was like 2 games over 500, three maybe.
yep,
And then this week I was horrible. I'll be
yeah.
honest, I was horrible.
Ray, you said it perfectly. You really literally illustrated it perfectly. So hopefully we don't regress anymore because we don't need that.
I mean, it just goes to show you though the how tough it is to pick games because you think like the home team will win most of the games. They should.
Yeah.
But it's like the quality of teams. It's not a
Yeah.
great college football season either, to be honest with you. It's really not.
Yeah,
See,
it's very
I
top heavy.
was that
I think it's very top heavy. Like
it is. I just think that like I'm not seeing good consistent play in any conference right now. I
yeah,
mean,
you know,
there's a
that's what
couple
I
of
said, like
teams, even like we talked about Clemson, they're undefeated, but have they really played that well all year? Not
exactly,
really.
exactly.
I mean, LSU, we talked about LSU for a couple minutes there, and they
I agree with that.
early on in the season, they were like really playing like inconsistent football, but winning anyway.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And that's why I mean,
I
Don, you
agree
were
with
here
I
when I
agree.
had this rant, but I had that rant about jumping Michigan so fast because when they jump Michigan, I'm just like, dude, they've been so inconsistent. I understand they're undefeated and they're Clemson, but how can you do that before that big game that we had against Penn State? I just didn't understand that, and now it was. I don't think that's just me just being biased, but it's just like Clemson just been so inconsistent in their wins been so close, or they just been like getting beat at one, like a lot of points of the season. Like it was just weird for me. Anyway, so,
Don is exactly right though. Betting on college football is a little bit easier
I agree.
than betting on the NFL, but right now the NFL is a bad product. It's
So the thing about the NFL, and a lot of people say this, and it's true, is this like with the NFL, it's every given Sunday, and the reason
yeah,
why that is because you're getting the best of the best. So you never know. It could be a call. It could be a turnover. It could be this and that. It's so much closer than college football. Like college football, you can kind of be like, all right, like that's a winning team. That's a good team. All right, this team's gonna win. And probably 90% of the time, you're probably right, unless it's a closer game.
right now, Jerome. Honestly, if you said to me who were the best three teams in the NFL, I would probably say New England, Philadelphia, and Buffalo. I'm sorry, Kansas City, Philadelphia, and Buffalo.
I was gonna say, Ray, you must not watch that Monday night game.
Now, well, I did. I had to I had to wake myself up in the middle of the third quarter, but no, I meant to say for some reason I meant to say Kansas City, and
Yeah.
I said New England instead.
As
I
you
would say
see my face, I'm like,
Kansas City,
oh,
Philadelphia, Kansas City, and Philadelphia and Buffalo are probably the best teams playing the best football of any teams in the NFL right now.
yeah,
And,
the
and then
NFC,
after that, you have a bunch of garbage.
the NFC is pretty bad. The NFC is pretty bad. The
Where's
like
Tampa Bay at?
Tampa Bay, where's Green Bay?
Where's Green Bay? Right, I was just saying, where's Green Bay at?
Them Bays are gone.
Denver got Russell Wilson. They were going to go to the Super Bowl. They can't win a game. They've scored 9 points or less 5 games this year.
Jeez, that's crazy. Yeah, the Colts.
They're talking about trading Jerry Jeudy now.
I know. I heard about that. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy, man.
Man, it's ugly.
I think honestly,
That is a bad product, man.
This might since there is such bad product, this might be the most active trade deadline in history of NFL. Honestly, usually you get maybe like one or two trades. This might be the most active, most active. What happened when Aaron Rodgers wants? That's what happened when Aaron Rodgers want all money and they can't keep any talent around him. He deserves it. I'm not gonna say that's it because even if you get the money and even the fact that you get like talent around you, Aaron Rodgers himself is just not playing well. I mean, that just called spades a spades. Like, we had Tom Brady's that had lesser talent and did well, you know. And if you're the best of the best, you make people better. So I think I think it's just Aaron Rodgers is in his own head. And I know it's not a NFL podcast, but I think honestly, I think it's just Aaron Rodgers getting frustrated and just like not trusting his guys. Because dude, like there have been plays where I see him just totally miss a wide open person, but he's trying to fit it in because he's trying to like, no, I don't want to throw that to that guy, so I'm gonna force it into this guy. Like Aaron Rodgers got that arrogance about him that he just does stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You got like, and I don't want to get too much into the NFL, but you have Tampa Bay and Atlanta leading their division. They're both 3-4.
Yeah.
If that's not bad, man, then what is bad?
Yeah. No, I
You
agree.
got, and you know what? I know people are going to say that I'm crazy when I say this. Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson are the most overrated players in football right now. Okay.
Murray is definitely Lamar Jackson. I'm leaning to that way, to be honest, Ray. But at the same time, like it's still kind of Lamar Jackson. So, well, I don't know. Maybe
I can't wait. I can't
overhyped
wait.
him.
I can't wait till they pay him the money that he wants. Because when they do, they're done.
They're gonna have to. Still.
They're done.
They're gonna have to.
When they do, they're done. They're done.
Yeah.
They'll never win.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
All
I
right,
hope they do. All right,
yeah.
good.
No, I agree. All right, let's get to our week 9 predictions because we turned into a whole different podcast right now.
Yeah, like do we have to make the picks this week? Can we just forget about it?
Yeah, let's forget about it. Let's forget about it. All right, Ray. Let's talk about the first game. Notre Dame versus Syracuse. Your team is playing Syracuse. Syracuse is favored by 2.5 at home. Who are you taking?
I'm going to take Notre Dame. I am. I'm not crazy about this pick. I'm not. And I will be in Syracuse this weekend for the game, though.
Hey, there you go. Oh, no.
I know. I know.
For like 2 seconds that I thought.
I know. But at least it's not a Notre Dame this time.
Okay, I give you that. So, all right. So, if you guys lose, I'm taking Syracuse, by the way. If you guys lose, because I really do like Syracuse, and I really thought they should have and could have won that game.
I agree. I think that it is a tough game. I think Syracuse's defense is good, but it's their defensive backfield that's really good. And I think Notre Dame will probably be able to run the ball a little bit against them.
I mean, I'm
not going to lie. This is kind of wishful thinking. I want Notre Dame to win. I need them to win this game.
Yeah.
If they beat Syracuse, they have some footing underneath of them. If they don't, then they really are a bad team. So we'll see.
Yeah. I'm taking Syracuse just because they're very talented, and even what I think it was blanking on your name, bro. I'm sorry. But yeah, even what they said earlier, like they were. Not a lot of people was kind of sleeping on Syracuse. Didn't realize Syracuse is a pretty good team, and I like them, man. I like what they're doing on defense. They've got a really good defense. I said this a couple weeks ago before you even played Clemson. So it's Syracuse at home burnt me last time they played Syracuse at home.
I don't understand.
No lie. Yeah, they got a good fan base in Syracuse. Don't let that slide on you. Syracuse got a good fan base.
Well, no, they're like the Buffalo Bills fans. They're loyal fans, without a doubt. Right. They love football up there, and they're loyal fans. Definitely. I'm looking forward to actually have a great atmosphere. I'm looking forward to the game. I've never been up there, so I'm going to have a lot of fun, I hope.
How long of a drive is that for you? Like 2 hours?
No, it's like a 4-hour ride, dude.
4-hour
drive, yeah.
Jeez.
I already got some places. One of the guys I work with is from that area.
Okay.
So he gave me some nice barbecue places I'm going to check out when I'm up there. So
awesome, man. Well, good luck. Have fun with that, man. And
try.
Send some pictures, man. Send some pictures.
I will absolutely send pictures, but it'll be a lot more fun if Notre Dame wins. But we'll find out.
Yeah. When Syracuse played NC State, I picked NC State money line and got burnt. Yeah, dude. Like I'm telling you, Ray, hope to see your team win. Yeah, I guess you got Notre Dame. And don't get me wrong, I'm not getting. This is more of what Syracuse is doing than what not
No, I
not.
agree. I agree that if you look at the game's records and how they've played this year, Syracuse probably should be the pick. It
Yeah.
does bother me that Syracuse is a 2.5 point favorite in their home stadium, though.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. But yeah, no, I agree. It is a little concerning, but I'm picking a home team. I'm picking a home team. All right, let's get to our next game. A game I'm excited to see. This is Coastal Carolina versus Marshall, and you guys know how much I like Coastal Carolina. Marshall's coming into town. They are home. They're favored by 2.5 as well. Ray, who you getting?
I'm going to take Marshall in this game. I'm kind of going against what I just said the first game, but I want to go. I want to go with Marshall. I think Coastal Carolina has a nice offense. They usually run a good offense. I think Marshall's a little stronger up front. Now, Marshall's a weird team because they beat Notre Dame this year, like earlier this year, and then play like crap 2 weeks in a row. So
Yeah,
we'll see what
definitely.
happens. I got Marshall in this game. So
No, for real. And Don said it right. Thanks for everybody that's in the chat. And if you haven't put your comments in here, you definitely can put your comments in here live, and we'll put it on the screen for you. But I'm going with Marshall as well. I'm hoping to run with this because you know how much I like Coastal Carolina. I think it's gonna be a good game though. This is a good matchup. Coastal Carolina been kind of not as explosive as previous years, but they're still getting the job done. I like how they're doing it. They're doing it very gritty. But Coastal Carolina's defense is insane last few years. Exactly, exactly. I agree with that. Even their offense is not as explosive. It just looks they're doing what they need to do to get down the field, but it just doesn't seem like they always seem like they have a guy. And last year they had two. You know, they had Isaiah Likely was a really good player, and doing great things for Baltimore now, and hopefully he gets some more playing time because I think they should play him a little bit more.
I
And
think honestly, if you're Baltimore, you need to have good tight end play.
yeah, no, I
You
agree.
want to expose the middle of the field. You want to run the ball, and you already have Mark Andrews, one of the best tight ends in football. So if you add that guy and split him out a little bit, maybe get a little mismatch with a linebacker or a safety. I think Baltimore is a good team who needs a
Yeah,
quarterback, but that's just my
yeah. Don says Marshall is the underdog. They are underdog. And don't let their 4-3 records fool you. Like they play good. They're playing good ball. And it have been the last couple of years. I'm hoping this is a good game, man. I really do. I am taking Marshall as well, right? Though.
okay.
Um, let's go pick USC. UNC, sorry. Um, UNC is favored by 3 at home, so pretty much a pick 'em. Right, who you get?
I want to take North Carolina in this game.
Okay. I don't like this pick. I'm not gonna be honest.
I don't like this game either, to be
I don't
honest with
like this game because honestly, I think both teams are
you. They're mediocre.
fairly even. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
both fairly
they're
even.
mediocre teams. They are. North Carolina plays good offense, but no defense, and Pittsburgh plays good defense and no offense. So it's kind
Yep,
of, you
yep.
know.
And right, and every time I do these picks that are close like this, I always look at the quarterback, and I like what Mays is doing right now for UNC. So I'm gonna pick them
Mm-hmm.
simply because I really do like what he's doing right now. He's doing some great stuff. He might be somebody that we can be talking about in the future for a draft pick. He's only a freshman. The man has 24 touchdowns and 3 interceptions
Mm-hmm.
and 2,200 yards in the air. So he's doing great stuff, man. He's doing stuff. He actually was a surprise guy. He's one of the main reasons that they're 6-1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I like what he's doing. I'm gonna pay. All
Okay.
right, cool. Auburn versus Arkansas. Who you got on that one, Ray?
I'm going to take Arkansas in that game.
Yeah,
Auburn has not played good all year, so I'll take Arkansas. They have a good offense. I like their
I
quarterback. We'll see.
no, I'm going the same way, Ray. Um, I'm trying to look at the line. So you got
One is Arkansas by 3.5.
yeah, Arkansas 3.5, and they're actually away. So the line tells me same exact thing as well. So I'm going the
Yep.
same way, right?
Yep.
All right. So far, so good. We got one disagreement so far.
Mhm.
Um, Oklahoma versus Iowa State. Who you got there?
I'm going to take Iowa State in that game. That's a tough game for me because I don't think either one of these teams are that great.
Yeah.
But I think it'll probably be a high scoring game. You know,
I agree. I agree. I do. I wish Oklahoma's defense was better because I feel like they got some good players, but they're not.
we've
They're
been
doing.
saying that been saying that for 4 years, man.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Um, yeah. This was close for me. I might just go. Let me see something real quick before I even say that. Because I have a theory how Oklahoma's playing right now, and if I'm right, I'm gonna go a certain way. Oh, never mind. They won. They were 3-0. Then they lost three in a row, and then just won. Beat Arkansas. I'm gonna go Oklahoma. I'm just gonna go Oklahoma.
Okay.
Um, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, I don't like this game honestly. Um, but I'll go there for now. Uh, we got Oklahoma State versus K State. Who we got on that one, right?
I'm taking Oklahoma State in that game.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, if you guys know me, I really like Kansas State. I've been riding them high, but you know what team I've been riding higher this year and has not disappointed me yet? Oklahoma State. So I'm doing it again. I'm doing it
Yep.
again. Oklahoma State's good team. I think it's gonna be a good game. But Oklahoma State, they look exactly how I thought they were gonna be at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my super teams, I said this a few times. They're actually ranked number 9 right now, Ray. They're playing high. I like how they're playing. It's not always flashy and the greatest wins, but I'm a fan of it. So
Yeah, I like their. I'm a fan of their coach. I wish they played better defense too, but yeah, I like their coach.
definitely. All right. So Don, to answer your question, me and Ray got Arkansas. As far as Marshall, we both have Marshall as well, and the line for that was
Marshall's 2.5 point favorite at
two
home.
and a half. Yep,
Yep.
yep, and they're 2.5 at home. So all right, cool. Kansas State has no defense. They let TCU come back and win that game. Yeah,
Agree.
yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, let's get to the next one. Mississippi State versus Texas A&M. Who you got there, Ray?
I got um that's a hard game.
I'm sorry, I said Mississippi State. Then I'm sorry, Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss. You know what, Jerome? I'm gonna take Ole Miss.
Yeah,
They're
Ole Miss is
favored by,
favored by.
they're favored by 2 on the road. I'll
Yeah,
take them to win the game.
yeah, yeah. I am too because Texas A&M just not. I'm not a fan of them this year, man. They've been biting me in the butt. I'm going away 12. Dang, we only got 2 games that are different.
Mhm.
So Baylor versus Texas Tech. Look for the line on that one. Who you got on that one, Ray?
Texas Tech is favored by 2.5 at home.
Yep, got the same thing.
Ah, my God, I hate this game. You know what? I'm going to take Texas Tech, though.
Ooh,
I know you like Baylor. That's fine.
hold on, what? Who said I like Baylor? I actually like Texas Tech more. They, I like the players that they produce, and we interviewed a couple of their guys. They got some good guys that we interviewed before. Um, I am gonna go with Baylor. By the
Oh,
slightest though, Ray. By the slightest. Um, yeah, I'm not a fan of this game as well. It's way too close for me, my liking. But yeah, the tells of Texas teams. You know how I feel about Texas. So, all right. TCU versus West Virginia. Who you got?
I got TCU. I mean, that's probably the easiest pick of the day, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think that line moved.
They're favored by 7, 7.5, 8,
Yeah,
and they're away. So why would you not take them? At least one
yeah.
game.
No, I agree. That was definitely the easiest one. I was gonna take them no matter what, even if the line was closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, Texas I mean TCU. Yeah, that's definitely the easy one. I don't know why the line was so close in the beginning of the week. It was very close, and I guess they thought about it. I was like, never mind.
Yeah.
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 So, all right, Cincy versus USC, and that line was close as well.
I'm going to take Cincinnati in that game, though.
Ray, you've been playing Cincinnati every time this year, and it's not been doing good for you.
Yeah, but they're a point and a half underdog on the road, so I'll take them.
Yeah, point and a half. So USC is favored by point and a half at home.
Mhm.
I'm going Cincy as well, though. I'm gonna side with you this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've been against you with all Cincy picks this year, but I'm gonna be a friend to you this time. I'm gonna be a friend to you this time. All
Mhm.
right. So last game we got Miami versus Virginia. Miami's favored by 2 at away. Who you taking on that one?
I'm taking Miami. I'm not.
Ugly. That's
I
an
hate this.
ugly pick.
I hate this game, but I'll take
That's
Miami.
such an ugly pick because Miami's so bad, but also Virginia's so bad. So it's
Yeah,
like, who am I gonna pick? Do I want to pick the team that's been disappointing us all year, or do I want to pick a team that just not been good at all?
that's the question
Um,
right there.
yeah. I'm gonna go Miami too. We only got 2 games that's different.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's new for us. I
Hmm.
don't think we have been that close. Like we usually close, but we're not that close. But yeah, I agree. It's just one of those games where it just don't want to really. Oh, I just that's it's funny. I actually just wrote myself down as Virginia. Maybe I should pick Virginia. I wrote myself down as Virginia. But yeah, it's just one of them. I don't want to pick Miami. It's just picking Miami this year is not fun. Really has not been fun.
They're not getting consistent play on either side of the ball right now, so it's kind of
Yeah.
scary.
No, no, for real. Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to find Don's older question he had for us so we can address that for him. Cha 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 cha. I think it's before that. Let's see. It was something about maybe. Hey Don, if you don't mind answering your question from earlier that you put in, I cannot find it for whatever reason. So y'all, what 3 games would y'all parlay? What 3 games?
Man, that's ugly. Um, wow.
There's a lot of lopsided games this week. Well, lopsided because yeah.
Um, I would take TCU over West Virginia. I think they'll cover that pretty easily.
Okay.
Um, man, that's ugly.
Yeah.
Um, I would take Arkansas over Auburn pretty easily. And I'm going to say UNC. I think they'll completely outscore Pittsburgh. So
I'm gonna go USC versus Arizona. I actually like that line for that one. Um, I think that hmm, for jeez, I'm just like you, just can't figure it out. Um,
there's just not a lot of good games this week, to be honest with
yeah. Um, I might take that UCLA game. Actually, I think I will take that UCLA game versus Stanford. I kind of like that line. I'll probably do that one.
you. What's the line in that game? I don't know that.
Say again. Oh, the line.
Yeah.
UCLA is at home and favored by 16 and a half. Because I
Wow.
think that Stanford do play them tight usually, but I think that UCLA will start running away with it. So, oh, there it is. So he says, Illinois versus Southern Miss. So let me find that game for you, and we can definitely talk about it. Where is it? Where is it? Ooh. Southern Miss, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. So that must be an early game. I don't see it yet. Here it is. Oh, it's tomorrow's game. Okay, that's why. I had all the way at the top of this page. Southern Miss is at home. They're favored by 1.5. Louisiana is um, away. Both 4-3. What do you think, Ray?
I would take Louisiana in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might go that way too.
I mean, like your Southern Miss is favored by 1.5.
Yeah.
Why would you go away from that? Like if you're going to get the team that's an underdog, you're going to get like all you guys can win the game outright by 2 points. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I think I'll take that too. So
Yeah.
cool. So hey Don, I hope we answered that for you. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for today, man. And thank you all the listeners being in there. We do appreciate all y'all. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe for us. We gotta get into that. Oh, almost forgot our segment, right? It's Ray Rants. Ray Rants. Let's go.
No, you're going to love me this week, man.
Oh man. So hey Don, you're gonna love this one. Make sure you stay for this one because I don't think you heard for these. We do appreciate you too, Don. But go ahead, Ray. Let's get your rants in, man.
Right now, I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, but I am 60 years old. I've only voted for president twice in my whole life.
Really?
And my last one was 2020, obviously. And I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm an independent, just like Notre Dame, because that's how I like it. And I tell people all the time, I'm an American.
Mhm.
I really don't care what party you follow. That bothers me as much as anything else. But what I want to say is this: every few years, I get told we should all vote. It's our God-given right. We should all vote. Here's my question. Between 240 and 250 million people vote every 4 years. What I would like to know is what happens if people don't vote because they don't like either person in the party? What would happen then? Do you think maybe they would wake up and put someone in front of us worth voting for? Because let's face it, Joe Biden is a nice enough guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not a good president. He's fine.
Uh-huh.
I don't think Donald Trump was a bad president. I don't think he was a bad president. I think he was a tyrant and he was a jerk. But I don't think he was a bad president. So instead of just voting to vote, just wait until they give you someone to vote for. I mean, I know people are going to think I'm crazy and I'm a communist and blah, 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 blah. No, here's what I want. I want real change in this country for my granddaughter. And Ryan's, I didn't tell you this, Caitlin's pregnant again. She's having another baby.
Whoa, yeah. Congrats. Whoa.
So I want real change. I want racism to not be an issue 40 years from now. I know it will be because
Go ahead.
I want racism not to be an issue. I don't want poverty to be as big an issue as it is right now. These are the same fights that we've been fighting since I was 2 or 3 years old. Why are we? Thank you, Don. I appreciate it. Why are we still fighting these issues? Because the people in charge really don't care about you or me. All they care about is their party and themselves. So I will say this. If there's no one worth voting for, don't vote. Maybe they'll change. I'm done.
Well said. And I know a lot of people are not gonna like that, but hey,
no, they're not gonna like it. You know what I don't like?
Everybody gonna have to.
You know what I don't like, dude? You know what I don't like? I don't like racism. Mm-hmm. I don't like people not having money. I don't like people living in poverty. I don't like people that are homeless and not a place to live. That's what I don't like. It's a shame that people in Congress don't have the same dislikes. That's all.
Yeah. And, and I'm 100% okay with anybody that don't agree with what Ray says or anybody. It's the part that gets on my nerves is that, and I'm not trying to make it around about myself, but the part I don't like is when people can't openly listen to somebody's opinion and disagree with it or agree with it and move on from there? Why it has to be a hate thing? Why it has to be, a cancel this person or this kind of thing? That's the part I had, and I was just literally just having this conversation with somebody at my job. Like we had a disagreement on something, and I was like, "This been literally the best argument I ever had because we were literally okay right after. It was like, okay, I don't agree with you. You don't agree with me. Hey, we're not gonna agree, and it was chalked up from there. So,
You know what I think is funny? Like you see commercials on the TV all the time now, and there's a guy that is running for over in Pennsy, and I'm not going to use people's names because I don't want to get into it,
yeah,
But I think it's funny. The guy he suffered a mild stroke, and now they're using that against him. You know what happens when you hire old people to do jobs? They have strokes.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, if we're really worried about health, why do we nominate 70-year-olds to be president?
That's true.
All right.
So
again, I want real change. I don't want to just talk about it anymore.
Real change for real. Real change for real. I agree with that. Well, that's gonna do it for Ray's rant this week, man. It was a good one. Appreciate you, Ray, each time. But that's gonna do it for us today. Thank you guys for coming out to watch us on Inside the Hashes, RPO College Football Podcast. Again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That little button right there. You see that QR code? You can scan that. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Twitter right now, we're booming. Get some good follows on there. So help us out, help us grow, help us get bigger. We do appreciate it. Don, y'all said no lies. Thanks, fellas. Thank you, Don. Thank you for at least, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and, appreciate what we have to say. And thank you for being here each time and supporting us, man. And don't be a stranger. Don't disappear on us again, man. Don't disappear on us. We like you being here. So, again, guys, thank y'all for checking us out, man. It's Inside the presented by RPO College Football Podcast. Again, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you do all that. Hit the notification button, right?
One more thing. I'm surprised we didn't talk about fantasy football this week.
Oh, Ray is number one in our fantasy football league, and I gotta say, Ray, it was looking kind of crazy, but you're number one right now, and we are all jam locked right now at like
it is really crazy.
The entire league is 4-3, and Ray's the only one that's not 4-3. So kudos to you, man. You're doing great stuff. I think
you know what, man? I like my team. I think I've told you that before.
Yeah.
I keep tweaking it here and there because you'll have ups and downs. I mean,
you got to.
It's hard when there's no consistency anywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Except for Buffalo, Kansas City, and Philadelphia.
And it's crazy because, and I know we kind of run a little long, but it's crazy because the running back position been so bad, and like the only good bright spot was with the running back position, in my opinion at least, is the rookies, and we just got one that just got injured, which is Bryce Hall.
Dude, it's funny. I took what's his name, the running back for Indianapolis. So
Taylor.
That's a safe bet. I'm surprised my record is as good as it is with what I've gotten out of him. To be honest with you, man,
he's been doing nothing.
Nothing.
Don says, "My Saints suck this year. I bet against them every week." Listen, Don, we're on the same page. I bet against them every week too, because you know why? We got their number one pick, baby, and we're looking at number 4 right now in the draft. So thank you guys so much. I'm looking forward to.
You know what, though, Don? Honestly, you need to get a quarterback that you can put your faith in.
Yeah,
you might as well just lose.
Too much of a curse.
You had the Saints pick?
Huh?
You have the Saints pick?
The Eagles got the Saints pick.
My God,
we got the 4th overall pick right now, currently.
What a horrible year not to have your own pick, man. Jeez, when you need a quarterback. Wow. Whew, man, that's scary.
Yep.
Wow.
And we got their 2nd next year, too.
Wow.
But
hopefully you want to draft a quarterback.
Right? And yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're gonna probably have to sign him unless he just completely fall off the cliff. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to resign him. But thank you guys for checking us out, man. This is great. I love talking to you guys. We'll see you next week. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. And again, stay safe out there. Enjoy college football this week. And we see you again next week. Peace.